Hey guys, so today I will show you how I make my healthy tiger nut milk with no added sugar.
Please, before we continue, I just want to apologize for the noise throughout this video. My kitchen is almost directly on the road, so there's sound of buses and cars passing by. Please just ignore this and let's carry on. Thank you.
Now for this recipe, you will need clean water that you drink. If you do not drink the water from your tap, don't bother using it because we're not going to be cooking or boiling this at any point, so there will not be any form of purification. So just go straight and use water that you can drink, and then you'll be good to go. So let's go straight into it. I'm going to attach a clip of all the ingredients you need for this recipe. First, we need the tiger nuts. This is the dry tiger nuts. I bought this one dry, but I soaked it in water overnight so that it reduces the stress on my blender. So if you have a blender that can blend it dry and you want to blend it dry, that's fine. But I also feel like soaking it in water helps to increase the milk that you would get when you start blending this. Next, I have the fresh tiger nuts. So these ones, you buy them like this. They are not dry. I just bought this little quantity to mix with the dry one just so it can increase the quantity of milk I get. I'm using style to show off my nails. So I have dates. This is also the dry one, and then to also reduce the stress on my blender, I soaked it in water earlier this morning. That's for like 3 hours, and then I took out the seeds. Next, I have coconuts. So you just take off the back, slice them up in smaller sizes so that it's easier for your blender to work with, and you're good to go. So let's start making our milk, and I'll tell you guys what I did with this ginger. The quantity of water you add determines how watery or how runny you want your milk to be. If you want it really thick, then you just need little water. If you want it lighter and you want to have more milk, add more water while blending. So first of all, we just plug in our blender, and then I'll be using these first. I'm going to blend this in 2 halves. So I'm going to put half of everything into the blender and 1 bottle of this water. Okay, so this is like half. I'll keep this, let me add it to be. I'll keep this half for the next batch. So I'll also take out half of this. Okay, so I'll just keep this aside for the next batch. Then for the dates, I'll also take out half of this. So I'll keep this for the next batch. And then for my coconuts, half too. This for the next batch. So in this blender now, I'll empty this whole bottle of water into this blender. Okay, so I have this ginger. It's not necessary you put it, but because I just want that spike, that flavor that the ginger gives, I'm going to be adding it, and I'm supposed to cut this in half to add in this so that I could put the other one in the other batch. Let me get a knife and cut this in half. Okay, so this I've cut in half. I'll put one in now and I'll keep the other one for the second batch. So I'm going to pour in this whole bottle of water. Okay, so something just funny just happened. think this blender can carry this. I hope I've not spoiled my blender, so I'm just going to go and get my other blender. So guys, I've transferred it into this new blender, this other blender. I'm just hoping I've not spoiled that blender, but then I've put it into this other blender, so let's keep blending and see what happens. I hope this one works because this one's supposed to be stronger. So let's see. It's not even blending. Okay, so as it looks now, it looks like I need more water because it's already so thick in here. So I'm just going to add in more water to help the blender.
Hey.
Okay, so I'll just check this. Okay, so it's not supposed to be completely smooth because it definitely can't do that, but just be sure to get all the seeds. Let me just do it one more time. Okay, I'm getting a funny smell from this blender, but we're good to go now. So next thing we'll be needing, we need a bowl, we'll need a sieve, and then we'll need a cheesecloth. This is the cloth they use to make akamu and all those things, pap. So we need a cheesecloth. You could use only the cheesecloth, but I like to support with a sieve in case anything wants to escape. I don't lose it. So you could use this sieve to support the cheesecloth. So I'm just going to roll this cheesecloth over so that I can get into the inner part. Put it over the bowl. The seed is inside, and then I'll just pour, gently take this off, and pour this. Okay. So you can see that we still have some things inside. So at the end of the day, you just have to pour some water. That's why I said you have to use water that you can drink, because you can't be doing this with unclean water. Pour this. So you set your blender aside so that you can properly sieve this out. So the sieve is inside. So we're just using just the cheesecloth, and you keep tightening until you get all the juice out. There's still a lot of milk in this. Don't give up. You can still get more milk. Okay, so I'll show you the quantity of milk I've gotten from this first batch, but I still want to squeeze. Okay, so when you're sure that you've gotten out all the milk from the paste, you want to empty your chaff in another bowl. Trust me, you don't have to throw away this chaff. There are so many other recipes you could create with this. So you just empty this here, and then you go and dust your cloth since you have another batch to blend. So I'll just dust this off and I'll come back so that we can blend the other batch. So this is the quantity of milk we got from that first blend. As you can see, it's white and thick and just looks yummy already. So we'll set this aside and then we'll blend our last batch. Okay, So we'll put in the same order we put the other one. Okay, so I'm just going to add in more water so that I can have enough juice. Okay, let's blend one more time, then I'm good to go. Good to go. We'll turn this off and then we'll see this one just how we did the previous one. Okay, so you empty the chaff just how we did the previous one. But before then, I want to show you guys the quantity of milk we got. So, can you see? Our milk is ready. Like, this bowl is literally full. I can't even bend it towards the camera so it doesn't spill over. So, this is our Tigernut milk. It's ready. This chaff, you can make so many other recipes with it. But this is the milk we made now. And I'll come back and show you guys how we can enjoy this.
So guys, I just put some ice in a glass and poured in my Tigernut milk. I sincerely wanted to just have a sip of this drink, but I ended up finishing everything. It was that good. I really hope you try out this recipe sometime on your own. And please leave a comment of what you think when you try it out. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!